Greetings everyone, Ishenbard here, hope you're having a fantastic day. So, we are now moving on to Super Empire Strikes Back, which is going to be an interesting one. Again, JVC Musical Industries and LucasArts. Admittedly, Empire Strikes Back is much harder than, like, A New Hope or Super Star Wars, as I am so used to calling it. I mean, it's Super Empire Strikes Back, and they're going to strike back so hard. We're going to just jump straight in. It will be on Brave difficulty. Because I'm not going on Jedi. And actually, fun fact, I was really expecting to have a content claim on the Star Wars opening, but I didn't actually get one for Super Star Wars. I was really surprised, because usually they're really on top of these things. But yes, episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. I'll let it scroll for a bit. It is a dark time for the rebellion. Although the Death Star has been destroyed, Imperial troops have driven rebel forces from their hidden base and pursued them across the galaxy. Evading the dreaded Imperial Starfleet, a group of freedom fighters led by Luke Skywalker has established a new secret base on the remote ice world of Hoth. That read weird. The evil Lord Darth Vader, obsessed with finding young Skywalker, has dispatched thousands of remote probes into the far reaches of space. Yeah, so if you're familiar with the story of Empire Strikes Back, it's like several years. I can't remember what the time gap is between A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back, but it is really weird to kind of think you end on such a high of A New Hope, and you get to the start of Empire Strikes Back, and it's just a bit like, oh, well, okay, everything seems a bit rubbish. But there are lots of little things in this game that make it better than Super Star Wars, but also just make it infinitely harder. Mostly because it's just rude. Whoosh! Look at the Star Destroyer. I wonder where the probes that were coming towards the screen, I wonder where they headed, because they weren't heading towards Hoth. No, I was expecting something like a bit of a sequence there, but yes. So one of the things that has changed for the better is previously you had what was called the super jump, which you held up to do. Now it's actually just a double jump. The only issue with the double jump is you have to be jumping to initiate the double jump. It can't just be something that you fall off an edge and then double jump. Yes, we've got our Tauntaun. Echo 3 to Echo Base, come in. There's a meteorite that hit the ground near here. I want to check it out. It won't take long. And actually, he's in his X-Wing outfit. He must be freezing out here. But yes, those are famous last words, Luke. It won't take long. But yeah, with the Tauntaun, you can see I got massive health bar, which is quite nice. But the problem is, you do just end up tanking. You're better off just tanking the damage when you're using the Tauntauns. Right. And yeah, this compared to the Dune Sea, this stage just throws everything at you. Now I'm going to drop down here because there's some secrets, lives, blaster power up, elf swords, more extra lives. I kind of just want those extra lives just for whatchamacallit. What is it? It's invisible platforms, and trying to get back up to where I need to be is super precise. Because you can't double jump with the Tauntaun. I might just dismount it. Off we get. Yeah. Now what you could do, theoretically, if you really wanted to, there's about, I think there's 4 lives down here, so if you really wanted to, you could farm extra lives, which, if you're playing this on Jedi, I highly encourage you to do, because this game will just, brutalize you. Oh, come on. There we go. We're going to just leave our Tauntaun there, it's fine. We'll get another one later. This level isn't, terribly long. So we should probably... I thought there was a secret down there. You can like get a decent amount of like blaster power-ups in this level. And in fact, actually, I missed a really sort of weird secret, kind of like the off up there. I think very early on you can like fight a whole bunch of those like ice boars, and if you kill like 10 of them, you get 2 blaster power-ups, which is actually really nice. Not that we'll be using the blaster much of Luke, because you're really better off just sticking with the lightsaber, just because the super jump is really good with it. I honestly thought the stage was a little bit shorter than this, but never mind. We're nearly there. I promise, we're nearly there. No, do you know what? I got down there, there's no point. Here we go, so... we're now in at the Wampa Ice Cave. And there will be Wampas in here. But first, there is... here we go. Whoosh. There's some secrets. Blaster power up. So well, we'll have the eye on now, aren't we? It's pretty sweet. Have that health sword. Now, unlike the first game, most enemies don't seem to drop health pickups. It's super annoying. And I know I said I wasn't going to use the blaster that much, but actually, here, super useful against the Wampas. Just because you can kind of... you don't have to get close to them, and yeah, then you don't get frozen. And like, there's this weird, like, these bits here, you can get caught like in an updraft. Like, there we go. I have no clue how it works. Not that we need to be here. Oh, crap. There we go, another extra life. Oh. There we go, more extra lives. We want as many extra lives as we can get, just because this, again, this game will straight up just constantly kill you if you let it. Right. Oh, yeah, you gotta be careful with when they kind of hit you with their claw attack, because they'll send you flying. And you better believe that there's instant death bits in this cave. Oh my... I am... yeah, okay, I'm like ridiculously low on health now. Did that happen? Right. Up we go. Now, hopefully... no, I don't want a health sword. I actually need, like, health pickups. Now, another thing you can do in this is you can run and shoot at the same time. That's like, ooh, what a plasma. Brilliant. And we're at the boss. So, well, yeah, boss, should I say. Okay, we'll switch to the lightsaber. Now, unlike A New Hope, boss health, it's really, I don't really like the way this game does like boss health bars. It is just, and they're also super tanky, as you can see. You know, the fact that it decreases by like half each time. Also, it's relatively straightforward because it follows a pattern. You know, right claw, breathe, left claw, breathe, and just repeat. So you're basically just jumping back and forth. I could sit there and I can shoot them, but there's literally no point because you get into a much better rhythm doing this. And there we go. That is first boss down. And what's kind of annoying about this game is it's a little more, what's the word I'm looking for? It feels a bit more bloated than Super Star Wars. Like, we've just defeated the Wampa, so you think, okay, we've defeated the Wampa, what next? Well, there's another, like, overground ice stage. And after this overground ice stage, we'll get another cave. And it's like, okay, but why? Why are we not just progressing with the next part of Empire Strikes Back, which is, well, I would say it's Han finding Luke, but no, we're not doing that. There we go. Let him drop down there. Come on. Whoa! Watch yourself, buddy. Yeah, I'm he says, I'm going to be spending most of my time using the lightsaber, and switches over to his blaster and just starts shooting everything. I mean, when it's the plasma, it's, you know, you're dealing pretty decent damage. So one of the other things this game does is it will just constantly throw enemies at you. Enemies will constantly respawn. I say that. There is like an upper limit to how many times they will respawn. I want to say they will respawn like 8 times. That's it's really unscientific. Oh. No, Wampa. Just go away. I'm not dealing with your nonsense today. Oh, hello. What's up here? Now, I want to say there's like... Oh, there we go, an extra life. Good. This game is a lot more generous with the extra lives, because if we remember in A New Hope, I kind of said that really the best place for extra lives is that secret area. But this one seems a bit more sort of like, it will give you extra lives, only because it plans to take them all away from you. Is there anything else up here? Was it literally just blaster power? Oh no. Oh. I don't think this place has a bottomless pit that isn't like... You basically fall into like a like water before you sink to the hill plane. But I'm always a bit just concerned. The health sword, not particularly useful because... Yeah. Oh no! I didn't want that. These bats, man, they are just proving to be super annoying. Oh, now if we were playing this on Jedi, enemies I think do like twice as much damage to you. So it is all kinds of miserable. Oh, no. Go up here, yeah, because, like, hey, go up here! Right. Watch out for those ice crystals that form. Oh. Here we go, and then we slide down here. And we can get a whole lot of these little rebel symbols which give us points. I mean, points do translate to extra lives eventually. Which is kind of nice. But not right now. I'm having to glance over at the footage to make sure it hasn't frozen, because obviously we had that problem with A New Hope. The capture just froze. The audio kept recording, but the capture froze, so I had to redo Mos Eisley. Which was fine, I suppose. I mean, Mos Eisley stage is actually quite fun. But yeah, we've got more adventuring across Hoth as Luke, despite right now in the movie he is basically frozen and Han is rescuing him. But no, this time round Luke is going to be the one who's going to deal with the probe droid. The thing that you do play as the other characters in this game, I'm just surprised at this choice. Here we go. So we've got the probe droid. Actually, I'm going to again switch over to, because I do so much more damage with. Problem is, it is actually not the end of the stage. You would think, hey, we just defeated the boss, and the boss music is still playing. But no, it's like, nah, we want you to like sweat it out a little bit more. We'll just repeat this section of riding an iceberg, an ice block, sort of down a hill. Okay, come on. Excellent, there we go. So, now you want to be careful of those like eel-like enemies, because they will basically electrocute the water and they will do damage to you when you're in the water, and it sucks. So what I might do is I might see if I can just sort of... let's just take out a bunch of these guys, and eventually they'll stop respawning, which can be really helpful for this boss because yeah. So we can actually like use our lightsaber to block and reflect projectiles back at enemies, which is really nice. Oh, come on. I would have hit, surely. Problem is, I can already see that I'm sort of much lower in health than what I want to be. I mean, thankfully this boss is actually nowhere near as tanky as the Wampa. And I mean, what you could do is you could just sort of reflect the projectiles constantly back at it to defeat it. It's not a bad way to defeat this boss. But if you can get in there and hit him a couple of times with your lightsaber, you're laughing, really. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Oh wait, no, of course. He has another form. I forgot about this. Crud. Come on. Oh my word. I totally forgot. Jesus Christ. When did they make Prodroid so tanky? So, Echo Station 3TA, we have spotted Imperial Walkers. We've got to hold them off until all transports are away. The primary target will be the power generation. The power generation is the shield generators. All available pilots to their snow speeders. So yeah, but before we even get a chance to do the snow speeder shenanigans, we have to make our way through Echo Base, which is filled with robots trying to kill us. Like this guy, like this weird like spider robot, which was in that was in A New Hope. It was in the detention center. We've got to be careful because those bits on the ceiling will fall, and whenever you destroy like most mechanical enemies, they'll usually like drop like metal shards, and those metal shards will also hurt you. It sucks. It's not as bad as it is. Like, well, I mean, at the moment it's not that bad. It gets worse. Yeah, that box that I destroyed, the metal shards will hurt you. It's just why whoever decided that is it's rude. There's other choice words I could have used, but I'm being polite. Oh, watch out, because actually getting health swords will be nice if I can keep like my health high here, because there is. Nope, never mind. It's got crushed by a falling ceiling panel. Here we go. So let's keep going, and oh wait, I didn't watch. And now we hop on a little speeder bike and a nice little side-scrolling section. We just got to be careful because there'll be snow troopers for whatever reason. Didn't realise they were already in Echo Base. So let's just blast everything that comes in our way. These sections, there's a couple of sections like this, I say that. There's another one coming up shortly. And they just feel like they go on forever. Particularly when you're in the moment, they just feel like they're not ending, and it's awful. I hate them. Particularly the next one coming up. But not right now, because we have Mode 7 Snowspeeder nonsense, and this is Christ, this is a difficult stage. Just because the terrain is constantly like the elevation is constantly changing in this stage, and for the life of me, like trying to hit certain things, like right now I can't hit anything because the because the train was rolling up and I was obviously not over it. This actually isn't so bad. Last time I played this game, I was playing it on Jedi, and what's nice about this stage, at the very least, is even if you die, anything that you have destroyed remains destroyed. So you can kind of, chances are you're going to lose a couple of lives on this stage, particularly when we get to the next couple of phases of this. Because obviously we're currently taking down probes and speeders. Where are these probes coming from? I have no clue. But now we've got to destroy the old ATSTs. 5 of them. And again, much like earlier, you kind of just... You don't have much control over how often you can actually hit them, because like that, he was on a hill, so... This one here is sort of at the top of the hill. I can try to kind of... There we go, got him. Compared to... If we compare this to the Mode 7... Oh, crud, I didn't want to hit him. We compare this to the Mode 7 stages in A New Hope. This is much better designed. The stage is just awful. And this isn't even the worst flying stage in this series. There's a worse one. It's also in this game. I do like this game. I should preface, I do actually like this game. I think, you know, the entire trilogy is really good. It's just... And I'm aware that I'm doing what I sometimes do, which is making these games look easy. This isn't easy. Like, this game will blindside you sometimes. Yeah. And do you know what? The worst bit is, even if you're turning, the terrain will still kind of be moving in the direction it's going. If it's going upwards, it will still be going upwards. Like, surely I just turned 180 there, and surely I would have been going back up the hill. But now we've got to deal with the AT-ATs. We've got to use our harpoons and tow cables and go for the legs. And this is bizarre. This feels like it barely works. I'm completely honest with you. It works enough. But it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good in the slightest. Unlike Shadows of the Empire or Rogue Squadron, yeah, I agree. Oof. Yeah, it doesn't feel good. Don't get me wrong, I think it's really cool that they try to incorporate, you know, because this is like the iconic battle for, well, one of the iconic battles. Obviously, the main battle focus of Empire Strikes Back is the lightsaber fight between Luke and Vader. But in terms of your ship-based combat, you know, this is the fight in Empire. Give me space battles any day. I much prefer fighting in space. I mean, there's a surprising amount of leniency on this, actually, in terms of the tow cabling. I always thought it was a bit rougher and harder to do. But maybe it's because I was a stupid kid. But we should have probably enough time to finish this stage and do... basically get us to the next, like, act, if you will. I say act. So let's just deal with this walker. And now we've taken down our 5 walkers that's saying, hey, go towards the last walker. Because obviously if we know Empire Strikes Back, Luke gets shot down. And that's basically kind of what's implied here. So excuse me? You told me head to... I swear I was that close to the walker as I flew past it, but never mind. This part. I hate this part. This part of this game is absolutely awful. Because Where all these goddamn snowtroopers came from, I have no clue. And I am eating damage. Should probably be a bit more cautious. Because then you get these guys, these like jetpack troopers, who will kind of be like our bane throughout the rest of like this game. Yeah, here's the thing, you're supposed to get shot down. Luke canonically gets shot down, but no, there he just sort of dies. So that's annoying because I've now lost my plasma, but I'll probably get that back up by the time I'm maybe by the time I'm out of it, off of Hoth. Oh, got an extra life. That's handy. So, what? These guys will push you around. How? Like, these guys can push you around. Surely, if a snow speeder hit them, they'd be beast. But, you know what? You kind of have to dupe them a little bit, because they'll fly behind you, then they'll fly in front of you. And unfortunately, yeah. There is a way that you can kind of... There has to be a cheap and easy way to do this, because the section is awful. Because obviously these the speeders, if they get to a certain point, they'll drop these little mines which will kind of limit your movement. Yeah, let's get you to there. Come on. I've already taken way too much damage. Now imagine trying to do this on Jedi, where you take more damage. It wouldn't be so bad if you got 1 or 2 health pickups along the way. Like, if you got 1 or 2 big hearts along the way, it wouldn't be so bad. And the worst bit is, even when you get to the end of this, this section, when you finally bail out of your speeder, you still have a bit when you're on foot. And if you die during that on foot section, well, yeah, you get sent straight back to the start of the level. There is no checkpoint here. So trying to do this section is just a really difficult time, and I am going to die again because, yeah. I think there's... I can't figure out if it's a limit on distance or if it is based on how many things you destroy. I'm hoping I can get past this bit so I can at least carry on the game. I mean, graciously, this game gives you passwords. So I mean, I suppose if you could get through this game and just use passwords to get through this. But no, because I enjoy suffering. I beat this on a single continue clear on Jedi. Why? I do not... Beyond me. Beyond me why I thought that would be a good time to spend, like, an afternoon. Actually, it was like about half of a day I did that. And here I thought I'd be able to get to at least the next boss and deal with that boss so we can then... But no, apparently not. Apparently I'm just going to be stuck here for ages. The worst bit is, things will kind of get past you and then push you forward into other things. So, you know... And these stormtroopers with the goddamn jetpacks, they become the bane of this game, because you don't just encounter them here, you encounter them kind of going forward. You encounter them a couple of times going forward, particularly towards the end of the game. There's a really challenging platforming section, which quite frankly by that point you can kind of cheese. Because you have force powers. Yes, we get to use the force in this game later on. We unlock a whole load of force powers on Dagobah if we find them. Don't worry, we'll get all the force powers, and if I remember, we'll go through them all. I only ever use like 2 or 3. Come on. Nah. This is gonna be another death, isn't it? Yep. Feel it. Oh! You can't tell I'm sweating. I mean, it doesn't have I'm in a jumper. But I'm also just sweating. This section is just tense. And this isn't even the hardest level of the game. That's the worst part. Oh, we have so much other nonsense we have to deal with. This is definitely one of the more annoying sections in this entire game. Yeah, like how these stormtroopers seem to like push you around, I have no clue, because again, you seem to be flying at quite some speed. So just being hit right in the face by a freaking snow speeder would reduce. I think I was right at the end of that section as well, because these speeders had stopped. And this is why I encourage farming for lives at the start of the game. And I mean, there's a couple of locations in this game where you can get like a decent stockpile of lives. There's a stage on Dagobah, which is really difficult as well. It's only because the boss fight is just the worst. It's probably the hardest boss in the entire franchise. And only because the only reason why it's a hard boss is because it's frustratingly tanky, and you can't actually reduce its health until most of the way through the fight. Once you start reducing its health bar goes down quite quickly. Come on. We must nearly be at the end. Yes! Nice! There we go! And as I said, these guys still keep coming. Oh, a thermal detonator. Yes, please. We're about to meet my least favourite enemy. These guys! These goddamn stormtroopers that throw grenades at you. Awful enemies. Oh, what the? No, 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 no. I am not dying here. I refuse. Come on. Yeah, you can't actually hurt the guys with the shields until they're in. Well, if you're attacking them from the front, they have to be in a certain. Ah, no! Oh my word! Can't believe this. No! As I said, you go straight back to this point. Oh, this is just like when I played it on Jedi. Oh, the crippling disappointment. I don't believe this. Here I was, hoping that I could continue to clear this game, like I did with, like what I did with A New Hope, and that I intend to do with Return of the Jedi, because Return of the Jedi is much easier. Yep.
Here or not, there is no try.
No, there really is no try. Oh my word. If I don't make it soon, we'll sort of wrap it up there and just. Why am I taking so much damage? Well, I say tanking. Why am I taking so much damage? I'm not tanking. If I was tanking. You know what? I'm just gonna die. Now I think if you hug like the right hand side of the screen, I think you can sort of like prevent like these guys from spawning, but God knows how you would do it. Yeah, you've I swear to God. It honestly feels like it's luck that gets you through this section. Because yeah, I'm not even getting to the point where we get to the second wave of speeders. Right. Let's try to be a bit more. The problem is these stormtroopers, they shoot lasers at you, they drop these annoying little mines, which again sort of limit. It limits your mobility, and once your mobility is sort of reduced, because you're such a big target as well. Yep, I'm dead. Can't believe I failed though at that point. After I managed through this section. If I have to do another credit, I'll if we get another game over, I'll end it here and we'll come back to it. I knew this game was going to take me like 3 parts, if you will, to beat. It is just such a savage game. And again, as I said, this isn't even the hardest level. Yeah, I'm super dead. Oh well, never mind. Oh my word. Yeah, that's another game over. So what I'll do is I think we'll leave things here, and we'll progress over to our ending. So yeah, oh my word! So that was Super Empire Strikes Back. Again, that will just kick your butt so hard, and we will finish it. I promise you, we'll finish it. But right now, oh my god, I think I need to take a breath, and we will go back and try it again. Anyway, if you haven't subscribed, you can click on me right now, voice over there. There'll be some other things you can do, other videos, more Star Wars stuff, and other things that I've played, and I look forward to seeing you when I next do.